Hey there nation, welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander CheapSkate, and we are back with another edition of Cheap Shots. This time, we're showing you a pretty cost-effective way in order to make some blood for the blood god that is made by Citadel's technical paint range. This is a nice little product that they put out together, the Games Workshop puts out, that actually makes a really nice blood effect for miniatures. The only problem with this product is that it is kind of expensive. This little 12 milliliter bottle here costs, I think about $6 to $7, depending if you're getting it from a game shop or if you're getting it from online. So it is kind of pricey, especially if you want to make a lot of it, like for using for terrain, or if you want to use it for a lot of miniatures that you need. I'm going to use it for paint up a lot of Demons of Nurgle miniatures. I also got some Demons of Khorne, as well as some Bloodbound of Khorne miniatures that I plan on painting up. So in order to make a very cost savings effective version of this, I'm going to show you guys how to make a homemade version, which is pretty simple. Now the products that you use in this and the ingredients you use to make the alternative for this product is pretty similar to the one I did in my last video where I showed you guys a money saving way to make Nurgle's rot. In fact, it's almost pretty much the same exact technique. You'll just need a couple of things in order to make it happen. First of all, you're going to need mid-wax polycritic protective finish in clear gloss. This is a water soluble acrylic that you'll need for to do this technique. You'll also need the cheapest red paint you can find. In this case, I'm using Anita's acrylic paint True Red color, as well as a nice dark brown color to use. In this case, I'm using Apple Barrel's Burnt Umber. So I'm using that to make up this technique as well. You'll also need a pipette in order for you guys to transfer the chemicals into this, which is just a cheap plastic cup. You'll also need a brush to mix it with, as well as a brush to paint it on. And of course, I got two miniatures here that you guys will be seeing here, and I'll be painting those. I'll be painting one up with the homemade technique, and the other one I'll be using the blood for the blood god with. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this video on a roll. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, we have the container opened up. Let's go on and start making this up. So the first thing you need to do, of course, is take your pipette. All you need to do is just kind of get a nice amount of the product that you need and put it inside of the plastic cup that you have here in the middle, as you can see there. Just put in a couple of squirts. That's all you need to do. Until you get about a healthy amount that you think you'll need to paint up your project. Once you get done putting that to the side, the next thing you'll need, of course, to do is get your red paint. So all you gotta do for that part is just pop your red paint and drop a couple of drops in. So you get there. Let's see here, put a couple of drops in. Alright, so got that in there. The next thing you do, of course, is take your dark brown paint. Actually, I need to shake this one up a little bit. Take a dark brown paint and just drop a few drops in as well. Now, just like your guys' Nurgle rots that I did for my last video, there's not really a real scientific way of doing it. We're not using any precise measurements per se. All we're really doing is just kind of mixing together and just kind of eyeballing it. And then once you're done, your product should look something kind of like this. As you can see, I got the red mixed with the brown inside of it. Just take a cheap paintbrush and proceed just to mix it all up together. And what you're looking for is a nice, bloody, kind of gory consistency is what you're looking for in this case. So as you can see, I'm just kind of mixing it up just kind of roughly. Okay, you want to take that out there. And as you can see, it's kind of like a nice blood effect. In fact, let me go and zoom in real quick so you guys can see it better. See here, there we go. So see, it's kind of like a nice little ox blood kind of color as well. Now the nice thing about this stuff is because it is a clear gloss, when you do brush it onto your miniature, of course, it will create a fantastic blood effect. In fact, it will look very similar to blood for the blood god. Actually, let me see if I can get this zoomed in a little bit better. Get it focused in, there we go. It's going a lot very similar to blood from the blood god. When you actually put the two products together, they're actually very, very similar, and that's all you got to do. And all you got to do, of course, is mix your brown and your reds until you get the color that you're satisfied with. And once you're done with that, the rest is pretty simple. After that, all you really do then is just kind of brush onto your miniature. So as you can see here, I have two miniatures here. Let me see if I can get you focused in real quick. Sorry, you guys, I'm using a DSLR on this, trying to get a little bit better of a quality. Okay, so you can see here I got two miniatures. They're both Plague Bearers and Nurgles. As you can see, there's a lot of pink on them. The pink represents the different organs and stuff that's revealed from the tears in their skin from when they've been trashed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one miniature, paint it with blood from the blood god. I'm going to take another miniature and paint it with the homemade mixture, so that way you guys can see exactly how the effect will look and how you guys can use it for your own miniature painting. So with that being said, let's get this on a roll. Okay, and we are back. So as you can see here, we have two miniatures now. Both of these miniatures have been painted up with the gore effect. One has been painted up using the mid-wax polyacrylic mixed with red and brown acrylic paint. The other one has been painted up using Citadel's technical Blood for the Blood God. So as always, I have my 2 miniatures here. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to take a look at the miniatures real quick. I'm going to zoom in to see what you guys can see with the effects and to see if you guys can tell apart which one is which. One has been painted with Blood for the Blood God, and the other one has been painted with the homemade effects. So with that being said, let me go get you guys zoomed in real quick. There we go. Let me get you focused. Alright, you guys. I'm going to be quiet for a couple seconds to see which one you guys can tell is which. Go ahead and take a guess. Alright, so we're back. So if you want to know which one it was painted with which effect and what the end result was, this one here on the left hand side, this guy here was painted with Blood from the Blood God, while this one was painted with the homemade effect using polyacrylic as well as acrylic paints on that one. So you can see there is not really much of a difference. If there is, there's very little notice between the two of them. So because of that, if you're looking for a way to save some money and painting a lot of gore effects like I do, go ahead and use that. So once again, you'll need the polyacrylic with the clear glass finish. You'll need some red and as well as some brown paint, and then just mix it together and put on as you see fit. And so that's it. Yeah, that's going to do it for this one. As always, you guys, please feel free to comment, like, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Google+, as well as blogger.com for all the latest greatest news about the hobby. That's going to do it for this one, you guys. You guys stay classy. Peace out, you guys. We'll see you in the next one.